Hey everyone, it's Ellen and welcome to my channel. Are you feeling stressed out right now in summertime? Or you just feel like painting something that's relaxing? I know for myself, I get kind of stressed out, kind of figuring out what to paint. So I decided to play around with painting some abstracts today. As you can see, some of these wild ones I did with the dark blues and some golds, and I turned it into a bookmark. And so I decided to paint something a little bit smaller, like this one up here you see, for a small kind of fun linear landscape, super easy, you know, doing this layering technique, which I'm going to go over in this particular tutorial. As you can see the one below that, this is what we do in this video. Step by step, no need to worry about any kind of traceable or anything like that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. And let me know if you're interested in doing some more abstracts. Also, check out my Patreon. I have ad-free videos, traceables, exclusive tutorials, and a live stream in the top tier once a month. It's just a place people go and support my channel, which I appreciate so much. You can check it out on the top corner of this little blip that comes up right there. So without further ado, let's de-stress and paint some abstract landscapes. So to get started on doing something like this, which is just a fun, super simple, fun, sweet abstract, I have a piece of Arch 100% cotton cold pressed paper. This is like a 5x7, and I just taped it down with Scotch Magic tape just to hold it in place on a piece of thick cardboard. Grab your paints, whatever watercolor paints you have, greens, blues, whatever color is going to make you happy. It doesn't even have to be all greens and blues. It can have some reds and purples, whatever colors you want. And really, you're just going to grab some flat wash brushes. I have a 3/4 inch, a 3/8 inch. This is kind of on an angle. And then you can use a really nice fine point brush. I have my Princeton 8 or number 6 long round over here for real intricate, like linear kind of designs. So, you know, you're basically just taking this flat wash brush. I'll get a little water on my brush. And I'll take some green here, and I got to figure out where you want the horizon to be. And I might go up here, and I'll start with just a line and maybe curve it up. And I can push down on it, make the first swatch kind of line. Kind of have bigger, smaller, you know, just play around with that. And then you grab some more greens, leave some space in between. You can skinny and fat. See how I'm kind of pushing down and pulling back up, making it skinny. These are the easiest things you can do to make it really kind of fun and cool. Just a bunch of different greens. And we're going to be doing this layering technique where you go over the color and it creates another whole look to it. So I'm going to grab some of this pretty turquoise color. Again, I can push down here, go right next to that. I'm leaving white space for a reason, and I'll show you in a minute. Right? You can do another turquoise if you want. I'm going to make this one a lot different than the last one. I'm just going to keep doing these kind of fun, squirmy lines. I'll do like another green here. Grab some yellow and some green here. You can make them a little thicker and thinner, thicker and thinner. I'm just going to keep going across. Maybe just grab yellow. Still on this brush. And I'll go grab some more turquoise again. So you're just going to keep doing this. Skinny, fat, leaving the white spaces in between. You can make them thicker or thinner, however you want to do it. I might just make this last one just really thick. Just like that. And I'll go back and fix this one here. Okay, you have to wait till all those little lines dry before you can go into the next step. Because if you don't, it won't work out. It's going to look kind of funky and weird. So we'll wait till this dries, and then we're going to come back and we're going to play around with the layering technique. All right, so once all those lines that you create are done, then you go back with your brush again. Going to make this kind of watered down again. And now you're going to go in between the two colors. So you just take whatever color, say like this turquoise color here, right here. Going to loosen up some more of this. And I'm going to go where there's no turquoise. There's turquoise here, so here you can make it thinner. Oops, a little too thick, a little too much. Yes, a little too much. I need to water it down a little more. So you see that layering technique. See that? Now, if you wanted to use a smaller brush at this point, like a 3/8 inch, go ahead and do that. So we're filling in the white space, but we're also going over the lines. Now see, when you hit the blue, it turns green, the yellow. This is the fun part. And see what happens. You can get a darker, like even just darker blue. I used a Prussian blue here and watered it down. Look how cool that looks. See, it's going to go over all that and the green. And that's with the Prussian blue. I've got a few videos that are really old that I did this technique a long time ago. I just love it. It's the most relaxing thing to do. I swear to God, it is. And go back on here on the yellow, and try not to hit the yellow so much. I'm hitting more of the green. Let's put some music on and just start doing something like this. This is the most stress-free and fun, tutorial you can do. Now this is kind of looking too stripy to me. I'm gonna have to change it up a little bit. I'm gonna let this whole section dry. I'm gonna go back with my wider brush, right? And let me see, we can make a nice lime green color we have here. I'm gonna go over all these. See what we got. Do another wash. Boom. Looking pretty pretty. Right, and then they got the turquoise again. Go over this section. Let's see how that looks. It's kind of cool. It's kind of looking too stripy though. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that. And maybe I'll grab some yellow and put it with some ultramarine blue. It gives it a different kind of green, like a deep olivey kind of green. So that would just change it up a little bit. Put a little line in here. More of that blue green. And some more yellow. Let's see how this will look. Yeah, just changing this up a little more. Making this one a little bit wider. So those are your like fun little green swatches or whatever you call them, lines for the actual abstract green part of it. And you can still go in here and add some little lines just by holding the brush sideways like this. And if you really wanted some more like solid kind of green tone, see how it's very too many lines, you can go back in again and do another wash. See, so that's more of like one color, less of these funky colors. I might go grab some Prussian blue on this one, just a little bit darker, and play around with that. And I'm gonna put another light green wash up here. Yeah, I like that color. It was looking kind of funky yellow. Now we can flip it and we can work on the sky like I showed you. Mine has a sky. I'm just going to take the peacock blue for mine. You can do whatever blue you want. And I'm just going to go like this. I'm not going to go to the edge of the green. I'm just going to hold it on the side like this. I'm going to go like this. Close to it, but no cigar. Just grab some clear water underneath and get some nice wash in here. It's like a nice light turquoise. And then I'll flip it back. Now you could either use this brush or a rounded brush. We're going to make these little trees. I'm going to grab my Princeton 8 and we'll mix some greens up. You want it fairly loose so they can like do the spider thing and create these nice fun trees. Not super loose. So you might have to play with it a little bit. There's a paper towel I tap on and we'll do a little tapping. And we can create some trees. See, I'm just tip tapping and it's going to do its thing. It's going to go shh and create the tree for you. And you keep tapping to get it how big you want the tree. See how I'm just tapping? You can grab a darker blue or green to get some darker tones in there, like I have in some of my trees. Look at that. It's too much fun. You want a more yellow green? You can just put yellow too, by the way, because yellow and blue make green. So if you just put some yellow in. What? But add the green. And then a couple of little ones up here. And some more. You want the variety of the greens. You know. Could just do some turquoise in there. Change it up a little bit. I wouldn't go all the way across. Then it's looking super goofy and not as interesting. And I'm going to go back in and add some Prussian blue. It's like a deeper blue in here. Just to get some deeper trees. So it has a little more variety. And even darker still. Really little bit minimal water in there. It's a little interesting, isn't it? Put a teeny bit of that right in here. And a little green. Kind of blend that. And I'll add another tree over here. I think that dried, so I think I'm just going to have to get my brush kind of clean here. And just take a little bit of water and just kind of blend it. See, I'm just tapping. I'll add a little bit of this limey green color. And then just tap it. And see, that's pretty much it. Look at that bright yellow, huh? Put a little yellow in here. Let's see what happens. Woohoo! Just tapping a little yellow. Kind of fun. And a little turquoise here. Just, don't go too crazy. And that was it for my trees. Pretty simple, kind of fun, right? Now you have to test and see if some of this is dry. If this is dry, you can start to go and play with making some fun little patterns. I'm taking my Princeton 8 long round. Now you don't want it super wet. If it is super wet, you might want to water it down. Dark blues, greens, whatever colors you want. And I'm just going to do some lines. More lines. Skinny, small, going wiggling. Just creating some fun patterns. Right? I had like a deeper color green. You can do some like circular circles that I kind of cut off on that one band. Like this. But then do another one inside of it. These things you can play around with. Make it interesting. And more lines kind of going in here. Right? Dots. Of course. Why not? Dots are fun. Little lines itself, like just lines going vertical. Boop, boop, boop. I mean, this is so much fun. Stress-free. Any skill level. And let me tell you, I was creating abstracts and I was getting frustrated just doing abstracts. It's, it's always frustrating sometimes when you're trying to create something that you have in your head and it doesn't come out. And that happens to all of us, including myself. So I just kept on playing and playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. And paint everywhere. I was getting paint all over myself. I kind of ripped one of my paintings by accident. But you see where I'm going with this? So stripes and lines and all that good stuff. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. You can go back in again with the color. Make another push down, kind of pull up, push down, or pull up pattern. That's a little wet. But this doesn't require a huge amount of skill. And the variety comes in for you and makes it more creative for yourself is the colors you choose, the patterns you choose. You can do little dashes. I didn't even think about this. Dash, dash. In a couple of these little lines. This could be all blues, like the ocean. Just giving you other ideas. It could be hotter colors. just because you like them. Purples, blues, whatever. Throw in a different color because you feel like it. But this is pretty much it. And if you wanted to throw in, so my funky abstract that's a little bit different, has metallic in it. So I have some gold metallic. It's fun to play with gold. So this is gold watercolor paint from Holbein. And it's best to use it kind of in a darker section. So if you had like, see I have some dark, kind of bluish color here. Put some nice lines in here. Circles are good too. Dashes. All kinds of fun patterns you can create. And it makes a really pretty design. The gold's just like a nice touch. You can use white paint too. White gouache, white paint, white watercolor. You can even use white acrylic, white acrylic ink. So the gold is just kind of fun. I just like little dots. Just little gold dots on that weird kind of greenish gray blue. This is very therapeutic, by the way. See? I have this deep indigo color here that was fun to play with. Again, push down, pull back. Making more lines in this one. Kind of squirby, warby lines. Oops. I just felt like it on this particular design. It's fun to play with the darks and the lights. And then just lines themselves. Right? This one has a lot more lines than the other one. The first one I created. And it really doesn't take much time at all to create something really pretty and unique. Look at that. I feel like I'm going with the line so much, I kind of keep going. This is like another palette I had here of just other greens when I first did the other ones. So I'm just going to keep going with these lines and see where it takes me. It's just the lines of the day. Yeah, I'm really liking the lines. And that was really simple, really fun, kind of really pretty, right? When you remove the tape, and what do you see? Just a really pretty design. So you could, if you did a bigger sheet, you could cut it up into cool bookmarks. Look at that funky watercolor abstract that I had from my bigger one. It was ripped in the corner and I just cut it up and it'd be a great bookmark, right? And then I could add other patterns in here if I wanted to. Same thing with this. You know, you could cut this up if it was bigger into bookmarks, give it to like a postcard, birthday card. You don't have to have trees. You can just do it like this, add more colors, put some flowers in there, you know, change it up. Just gonna give you some fun ideas to help you relieve some stress. I know I was so frustrated trying to do some abstracts myself. And just painting lines, little dots. It's so simple. Sometimes the simplest things make the most beautiful things, right? So I don't want you guys stressing out either. And, you know, if you're like on vacation and you're like, oh my God, what do I have to paint? What do I do? And just the act of like painting is good. It's therapeutic, and just colors, and colors of the ocean, right? Whatever you see. Maybe not by the ocean. Maybe you can just paint like little umbrellas everywhere. Very simple. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Let me know if you like the abstract. If you're interested in abstracts, we're going to try and explore some more abstracts, and I'm going to be exploring some mixed media soon. So that's coming up. This week is kind of like a nice de-stressing vacation week, big week in July. Everyone's kind of on vacation. Nobody wants to be stressed out. Everyone wants to relax. So I thought this would be kind of fun and relaxing to do. So thank you guys so much for stopping by my channel, and have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.